Hopefully you can hear me. I'm stopped. I've been going all day long. Now, I know there was something really whacked up with my lives, and people couldn't get in them, and I don't know, people didn't hear me, but I'm going to reiterate. And yes, I'm eating some fries because I ate nothing after the frozen yogurt all day. And it's Good Friday, and I can't eat meat. And I'm absolutely zonked. I've been going since 7 a.m. But what I was trying to say before is that you have to advocate for yourself. Don't be afraid. I'll tell you why. Because if I hadn't, I would be a nervous wreck right now. So, for about, I don't know, 10 years, they give me a mammogram and a sonogram. And they used to give me a sonogram every 6 months without the mammogram. They were following something. They said they thought it was nothing, but it's the protocol that they use. And it turned out that it got smaller, and they said it must have been a very tiny, tiny cyst. And then last year they told me, doctor says we don't have to follow you on that 6 months. Just every year, you just need a mammogram and a sonogram. Okay. But see, they always tell you, once you've ever been called back for something, they never make you wait. When you have a mammo and a sono, they tell you immediately that it's read immediately. So, and I'm sorry, because I'm starving. Okay, so I have to eat something. So, where I go to the doctor, it's a huge healthplex. It has many different locations. So to get the appointment, I had to go to one that was further out, where I don't normally go. So when she was doing the sonogram after the mammo was finished, I said, so, I know the drill, right? I wait here and then you tell me what goes on. She goes, oh, they changed the protocol. I just said, what do you mean they changed the protocol? Oh, yeah. Now they wait a couple of days. They have more time to read them. Is that okay? Is that Bucky Ann? I can't even see. I'm so freaked out. I said it's not okay. It's very not okay. I said I have a lot of anxiety. Number one, they should tell a patient if they're going to change the protocol that they've been using for 10 years. Second of all, if I have to be away, I may not be in New York for 3 weeks. I don't want that on my head. I want to know what's going on. So she said, well, I'll get the manager. The manager came in and explained that, oh, yeah, they just changed the protocol. I said, you see, that's not going to work for me. And I told her what I just told you. And I told her I have anxiety, very bad, and to put me through this right now and not know, and that if I have to leave the state, I just don't want to, I'm not doing this. I wouldn't even be able to drive home at this condition. So she says, let me see what I can do. But you'll have to get dressed to go in the waiting room. Okay. She came out. She said, I explained it to the doctors. They're reading your stuff. She came out right in the waiting room and said, everything is fine. I said, I don't have to do the 6 months anymore. She said, no, you follow up in 1 year. And she said, good. She said, I was so glad to do that for you. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. You have to advocate for yourself. Don't just take what somebody says, because these doctors are, probably wasn't even the doctors who decided to change this. It's not in the patient's best interest. And when patients are used to that, to pull that away from them is horrendous. You can't do that. You cannot do that. So don't be afraid. I mean, I was very nice. I very nicely explained it. It's not going to work for me. Don't be afraid to explain it. I was going to have a craft night tonight. I colored my hair today. I've been going all flipping day. But we're going to have a drive together. I've got coffee right here. And then I'm going to go home and take a shower. And then I'll come on live again. And then Gia wants me to go tomorrow and get our nails done. I don't get my nails done, as anybody knows. She said, don't worry, it's just a manicure. Whatever that means. What is this guy going? Whoa, take it easy, buddy. Wow, buddy. What is it? Only $5 extra. You know what? That's why you don't have a friend. I don't know what it's going to be like, but we'll probably say hello from the road. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? Okay, we have to go down and turn around. My goodness. I don't usually eat that, but there is nothing else that I could eat that was not meat. I was dying. I wanted Chipotle so freaking bad. And I realized it's Good Friday. We don't eat meat at all on Fridays in Lent, but especially not on Good Friday. Especially not on Good Friday. Absolutely, positively not. There was something in the road. Oh my goodness, guys. I am so beat. I went to Sam's Club twice. Yes, you heard that right, twice, because I had to go back. And I had to get the frozen food and stuff. Non-frozen food stuff first, like the dog food and all that. And then I went and to the other stores I had to hit. I took you to Joann's, right? I tried to take you elsewhere. It just wasn't working. Whoa, 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 whoa. Watch out, buddy. Watch out, buddy. Okay. I wasn't working, and I don't know what the heck that was. I don't know. Maybe it's going to load up later. I have no idea. All right. Now we go up. Right up here. Just go right up here. I'm going to get on the highway. Just a bunch of U-turns. Oh my goodness. So I haven't seen the news today. I don't know what's going on. I've been thinking a lot about Carmelo Anthony. You know what? You have to understand. I have a 17-year-old. Well, he just turned 18 last week. Was it last week? Close enough. And I have a 16-year-old. The poor Metcalf family with losing their 17-year-old identical twin. The poor siblings go through enough like that, but this is Hunter Metcalf's only sibling and his identical sibling. Oh my gosh. And the reason, right? The reason is beyond. And it's not about race, but I've been watching a lot of things, okay? And I've been watching a lot of videos. And there's a lot of, black people that are calling this out too and are infuriated with this, that it's being made a race issue, because it's not a race issue. It's been made into a race issue, okay, but it shouldn't be. So I was watching this guy today. I'm trying to think of what his name was because he was really good, and he was calling out. He was black. He was calling out another black YouTuber called The Bottom. I think it was called The Bottom. And I just really liked what this guy had to say. This guy had to say, he said, listen, we're going to deal with the facts here, okay? We're going to deal with what's in the police report. We're going to deal with what is going on. Now, if anything comes out at a later time and anything changed, I reserve the right to change my viewpoint. But at this point, he said, Carmelo Anthony is 100% wrong, okay? And he went through the facts of the case, and what he said is that he's ashamed of the black people that have jumped on this, and basically the only reason they're supporting Carmelo Anthony is because he's black. And he said that this is disgusting. Well, he said this is crazy. What the heck? He goes, I don't even understand how anybody can think like this. And he's talking about, and it would be any race, okay? If Carmelo Anthony was Indian, and then you had a bunch of Indian people that were supporting him just because he was Indian. It's the same thing. He's saying that. How can you do this? How can you do this? It's crazy. He was really good. Because this other guy called him out. And he was just saying this guy has no argument. And then now what's going on is they're putting on this insider, this witness that nobody ever heard from, okay? Doesn't show his face, doesn't give his name, not in any kind of police reports or anything, nothing. But this other podcaster had him on, and this guy is just spewing what sounds like complete BS, and just going against everything that is out there. All the eyewitnesses, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. But to support anyone, if we just support anyone because, okay, I'm white, so I just support anybody that's white, whether they're wrong or right, it's not right. And anyone to do that. And it should have never been made into a race issue. And it has. But my point is, I've been thinking a lot about this. That's not even my point, what I was talking about. My point is that no matter what, Carmelo Anthony destroyed Austin Metcalf's life. He ended Austin Metcalf's life. Austin Metcalf's brother will never be the same. He must be thinking, when I get married and have kids, how are they even going to know who my brother was? They're never going to know my brother because they're never going to know their uncle, because this kid came, stabbed him in the heart over nothing. So his life will never be the same. Their parents' lives will never be the same. Anybody that knew Austin is never going to be the same. All because of the actions of Carmelo Anthony. But see, Carmelo Anthony is never going to be the same either. And Carmelo's family is never going to be the same either. So while his mother stood up there and tried to make this about something else, and she should have sat down, she's probably fuming. Okay? She's probably fuming. Because, you see, they weren't supposed to be the parents of a murderer. Their son wasn't supposed to kill someone. No. Now, if Carmelo's a senior, like, this is what I'm saying, like, the seniors like Ethan and my nephew, who's 2 years older, just announced where he's going to college, okay? That's what they're doing. Carmelo Anthony is not going to be doing that. He's been expelled from school. He's not going to graduate with that school. He's not even allowed to be there. His parents aren't going to be able to take the summer trips they thought they'd take. They're not going to be able to do things that they thought they'd be able to do. And now Carmelo Anthony is probably, oh my gosh, why can't I go here, there? Why can't I go with all the plans he had? Not going to have his job anymore, right? He's not going to have his friends anymore. But if they come to the house, he's not going to be able to do the things that teenagers do. If this is his senior year, he's not going to go on a senior class trip. He's not going to do all that stuff. You might say, okay, well, that's nothing because he killed him. I don't feel sorry for him. I'm not feeling sorry for him. What I'm saying is he destroyed his life too with one decision. Now, people will say, well, he didn't destroy his life enough. And I heard someone saying this today. And it happened to be a black man. He said Carmelo Anthony deserves. That isn't going to happen, which is kind of ironic. Their laws are, or that would matter, but it doesn't. So what is the most that he's going to get? 20 years? Come out 37 years old? Yeah, he missed a huge chunk of his life. But you know what? He still has a life, right? He still has a life at 37. But Austin's whole family is not going to have anything in 20 years. You know, we're not going to have Austin come back in 20 years. And Carmelo Anthony's family will be able to speak to him when he's in prison. And when he's in prison, he'll be able to go to school. And he'll be able to get a degree. Can even get a law degree in prison. Come out at 37 years old. So what it's really is so senseless for the Metcalf family. Because they, you know, everything revolved around their twins and the boys. They did everything together and they were best friends. And now it's gone. It's gone. In 1 second, it's gone. And then to have, you know, the things said about the Metcalfs, the things, the lies, anything, and it to be turned into a race matter, and then have people come in and try to stand on a pulpit and preach about it when it's not a race matter. For everything she said, Carmelo Anthony should have been outstanding, right? She said he came from a 2-parent family, a stay-at-home mom that did everything she could for her kids. They lived a life of privilege. So what happened? What happened? Why did he take a knife to a track meet and think nothing of, stabbing Austin right in the heart? Now, I always say, oh my gosh, if I had to stab someone in self-defense, or if I had to kill someone in self-defense, a knife would be the last thing I would want to use, because it's brutal. You have to get up close and personal. Plus, to plunge it into someone, I'm not going to get too graphic, it's going to take force, pressure. You're not going to be squeamish. It's brutal. It's brutal. So, for Carmelo Anthony to just take the knife and plunge it into Austin's heart so that it killed him in a mere minutes. Like, he didn't just take it out and he wasn't all flustered and like, oh gosh, what am I doing? And nick him in the arm and run away. No. He went for the kill. He went right for the kill. He didn't falter with it. He didn't second guess himself. He didn't say, what the hell am I doing? What the hell am I doing? You know, and believe me, I'm sure he knew if he stabbed someone in the heart, they're probably going to die, and you're probably going to be going to prison for a long time. So weird. So weird. And then you have that other altercation. There was another altercation. There was something that the prosecutor asked the father about at the bond hearing. We're not privy to the answer about the other altercation that Carmelo Anthony had with someone that was handled by the school. You know, and wait till they, you know, talk to people. Wait till people come forward. Who may know more about why he was where he was. Somebody was saying it just, you know, he wanted a warm place to get out of the rain. Come on. You don't go sit in the dugout of someone else's team because you need to get out of the rain. It just doesn't happen. So, I am tired. I am tired. I've got to go home. I have to, well, the boys will help unpack the car, put the perishables away. I have to take a nice hot shower. I was ready to do, I had so many crafts I needed to do tonight. I was going to do the cricket hunting of the ornaments with the pampas grass, and I don't think I even showed those to you guys. I know I didn't show them to you guys. I was going to talk about it tonight, and I was going to talk about the flat Stanleys tonight. Okay? I was going to talk about all of that with you. And I was going to try to print something on the cricket for the celebration 2025. But I'll tell you right now, I've got to get a second wind. I've got a cup of coffee from McDonald's that I'm drinking. But I'm going to need a nice hot shower. I want to get changed. I did color my hair this morning before I left. And I will come on, though, to say, how do you do today? Oh my goodness. I've been walking all day. Oh my gosh. I've been walking all day and night. Phone died, and so I wasn't even people trying to get me or whatever. My phone was dead. I was talking to Scooter at one time, and then my phone just died. I was talking to Linda at one time, my phone just died. I know that people can't get into Zoom because somebody should text Jimmy and tell him to open a Zoom for you guys. Goodness. I wish I could hear someone, but I can't. So I can only talk to you, and I don't know much about the outside world because I've been shut off from it all day, except for what's real in front of me, and it's just been the doctor. And then shopping. Kleenex car wash. We're riding along. So it was a nice day. It's 50, 54 right now. 56. A nice day though. It's windy. I hope it's going to be a nice day tomorrow. I got a lot to do. A lot to do, and not a lot of time to do it. Oh my goodness, we pay huge taxes. We have the worst roads that you've ever seen. And I mean the worst. The holes in these roads, and this is an interstate. Okay? This is an interstate. That's what I mean. This sucks. Jimmy was reminding me of how they patched the road one time. Or they do it a lot. Like they just patch it. Instead of redoing the whole thing, they patch it. And they patched it so bad. I actually said, this road reminds me of Joseph and the American Technicolor Dreamcoat. Because it has so many patches on it. It's ridiculous. And then you couple that with the amount of taxes we pay, and you wonder, what in the world are we paying those taxes for? You certainly aren't fixing our roads. Nope. 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 Oh my gosh, I want to get into the shower so badly. Oh, brother. else can we talk about? What else can we talk about? I don't know. I didn't see anything that happened today. And shopping was pretty uneventful, except I told you about the being an advocate for yourself medically. Oh, I saw a beautiful painting in the store, and it said it was a beach of all things, right? And it had, oh my goodness, I wanted to take my phone and take a picture of it, but my phone was dead. It had a piece of scripture on it. And then I saw another thing with the beach. It said, the beach fixes everything. Take me to the beach. I need to be at the beach. Exhausted, but I've got coffee here, and I only have about 30 more minutes, maybe. I know, for some of you that just like go 2 minutes down the road to get everywhere you need to go, you don't even understand. Okay. I'm like Heidi. When I come off my mountain, I have to make it last. And I do come all the way off my mountain. I live on the top of the mountain, and there's a lake on the top of the mountain. And I have to go all the way down the mountain, through the river, across the bridge. If you get to a highway, it's about 20 minutes. Linda said she didn't get her Easter bread baked and she wanted to bake this year. But she didn't do it, and she said she'd need 2 days to do it. She doesn't really need 2 days to do it, but she said her yeast had been in the refrigerator for 2 years, so that's no good anymore. It's not good anymore. Brother. I was really hoping one of my boys could have come with me today, but today of all days was the first day Ethan went back to work at his landscaping job, and he brought Luke with him. Now Luke's working there too. I don't know if that's going to be a continuous thing. So they had to go do that, and I was SOL. Now, when I get a little further down here, what will happen is I will lose connection, because as I wind around this certain mountain, for whatever reason, goodness. Stop yawning. Stop. Coffee. Stop. Oh my goodness. So what else is going on? Are you guys all ready for Easter? Scooter was making Scooter sounded like she found like a Woman's Day magazine from 1974, and she found a recipe called, let I'm trying to think what it's called. Hold on a minute. Orange coconut. Maybe that's why she was buying the orange juice. She said she had to get Jell-O. I said, are you getting stuff for deviled eggs? She said, no, I have that stuff. She was getting stuff for Jell-O. She's either making a Jell-O mold or Jell-O something, or she said she was making a no-bake pie. And I'm trying to think of what the name of it was. But just the name of it, I go, oh my gosh, is that something you make every year? Because it sounded like such an old thing, like whatever it was. And she goes, oh, I found the recipe today. But I just pictured her going through like a really old Woman's Day magazine. And I don't know, I just pictured it like I could just see this 70s magazine ad for this pie. I just saw it. I was like, oh, yeah, that's what she's doing. She's like, she's never made it. I know. I get you. She was doing her deviled eggs. And that pie. And she said Jell-O, but maybe she was at Jell-O with the pie because it was an orange basket pie or something, she said. But she did mention orange juice, so that's probably why, because she was saying she doesn't like orange juice, and well, maybe Dave will drink it, so she must have had to use orange juice for the Jell-O or something. I'm cold. I gotta put some heat on. Hold on. I'm at a stop street. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. Should run around the car, shouldn't I? Okay, let's go. Now, you're lucky if you'll have connectivity with me for 3 more minutes. So don't get freaked out. Don't freak yourself out. When I get home, get everything in, get in the shower, take a warm shower, then I'll come see you. You were trying to message me. My phone was dead for most of the time. It was dead. So what did I buy at Sam's Club? I'll tell you what I bought at Sam's Club, okay? I bought the big, huge thing of paper towels that we always get. Big, huge thing of toilet paper. I think there's like 42 rolls in it. Okay. Big box of the K-Cup coffee, because you remember Jimmy goes ballistic if we get it even a little bit low. But we were low this time. We really needed everything. I think this is the time that I really had, no, then I kind of went, and then no, I really didn't do a big shopping that time because I didn't get to Sam's Club. Okay. I had to get the kids' snacks. I really hope I got the wafer things that Ethan needs. I'm pretty sure I did. So I got nuts. I got several kinds of nuts. Protein bars. Or granola bars. All the kids' snacks for school and track and all that stuff. Is all fruit, like fruit strips, maybe nothing but fruit. Yogurt, butter, this time the right butter, milk, big Nutty Buddy box of cones. They're half price at Sam's. You got 16 for $8. You can't beat that. And they're the real Nutty Buddy brand, you know. Apples, strawberries, cantaloupe, watermelon. Confectioner's sugar, regular sugar. Big gallon size Ziploc bags. What else? What else? What else did I get? Oh, some frozen pizzas for the kids. Chicken. Waffle fries that they like. What else did we get? What else did he get? What else? What else? What else? What else? There's lots of L's. Lots of L's. Oreos, even those Oreos. Club, actually love Club crackers. Let's see. Oh, bread, of course, of course, of course, of course. 2 loaves of bread. Eggs we get at the farm. Get our meat at the farm, most of it. Beef anyway. So half and half because they didn't have light cream. What else? Man. What else? Oh, creatine. I'm probably gonna lose you now, okay? So you wait for me, and hopefully you'll catch me later. All right. Probably gonna lose connection. I've still got about 25 minutes. Oh my goodness. I'll leave the light on for you. Let me think. What else did I buy? What else did I buy? Dog food. Dog treats. Spices. sunscreen. Body wash and stuff. Slow down now because this is a town and you gotta go 35.